I will never forget the day when I was in the Philippines backpacking a few years back. That day that I learned a hard life lesson. That was the day when I finally arrived at the pier after 8 hours bumpy ride on this long distance public bus on the main island of Cebu. Basically, I was traveling from this end of the island to the other end of the island to try to get myself onto another boat to get me to another island, a tiny island called Malapascua. It is so tiny that you actually have to zoom in several times on Google Map to be able to find it. But that was my destination for that trip. So I arrived at the pier. I was so hungry. I was exhausted, and it's getting late. And I came there by myself. And at the same time, there was a tropical storm happening. It was raining, like heavy, heavy rain during the entire day. You know, it's interesting. As a kid, I grew up in southwest part of China, where storm and the rain was a common thing. I was used to it. But it's just something about the rain in Southeast Asia just gave me this yucky feeling, you know, it's blending with my sweat, it's sticky and it goes everywhere. So at that point, I felt I was completely done for the day. The only thing I wanted to do was to get on the boat, get me to the island, check in the hostel, and crash. But the next thing I heard completely shattered my dream that I only wish that I had at that time. The boat was not going. And there was not gonna be any boat for the next 2 days because of the storm. I can't even begin to describe how frustrated I felt. But luckily, I bumped into some other backpackers who were also going to the island. So I thought to myself, well, at least I can have some company in the same shitty situation. We're on the same boat, except we're not on the boat. So we started talking, and as a group, we figured we probably should find a place to stay overnight, just to wait and see what happens tomorrow. So we walked around in this little town next to the pier, and we found this place. It's not even a hotel or a hostel. It's a local lady who happened to have a few of her rooms empty in her house that she was willing to accommodate us during for that night. So we gave her some money, and she gave us the keys. So I was sharing this room with a girl from the same group. So we unpacked everything. We hung our wet clothes on the furniture, and just try to wind down a little bit. And 30 minutes after we settled in, we heard this scream from one of the guys from the same group outside our dorm. And he was like, "The boat is leaving in 10 minutes. And then me and that girl would just look at each other in sheer panic. And we started to grab everything in front of us that we could see, just stuff them back into our backpacks and just glance at everything. And we rushed outside the door. And we, as a group, like 5 of us, we ran as if we never ran in our entire life before towards the pier. And 30 seconds before the boat was leaving, everybody managed to get on board. What a huge relief. It was such adrenaline rush. And everybody was really high-spirited. Yeah, we made it. So we were riding this motorboat for like 1 hour or so. And the rain and the wind was still blowing for all directions. But we started to see the satellite of the island in the distance. And I heard somebody was cheering, woo! Yeah, it meant the nightmare was soon to be over, right? But my heart sank. I realized I forgot my laptop. Yep, I forgot my laptop in that place. And now I'm stuck in the middle of the ocean, literally in between islands. And there's no turning back for me for sure. You know, the most heartbreaking thing is not actually about the laptop. It's really about the memory that I had stored in the format of photos, videos, and my journal about my travel experiences for the previous 4 months that I was doing across 5 or 6 countries before the time that I came to the Philippines. And now they're running the risk of being lost forever. Probably you can imagine how angry I felt towards myself and obscenities I was saying to myself. Here's only the censored version here. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? How could you be so stupid to not have those videos and photos stored in the cloud? Yep, that's my life lesson, a hard one.